So welcome to the second video. So the goal of today is to make a skirt. So you might be wondering why, because we already have the skirt. Let me show you. So it is really nice. I bought it on Temu. It gives like a good form, but as you can see, the tissue is quite thin. So I'm honestly quite worried if I will add all the newspapers, which is quite heavy, that it won't manage. So this is why I bought this big linen tissue. So I read that linen is quite strong. So the idea is to make a sort of, to have this for the form of the big dress, and then to attach this, the linen tissue, to be able to attach directly on the linen, and to also, I will show you after, I don't think you can see the trail, but to also have like some basis for the long trail. So yeah, this part honestly is the part which is most worrying to me, because yeah, I need to cut the linen tissue, and of course if it's cut, it's cut. So any mistakes then can cause issues. Yeah, I'm again walking on bubble paper, so that's the sound. But let me show you what it would sort of look like. So I leave this open on purpose. I have an idea how I can fix this in the end version, but I need some room for the model to be able to get in and out of the dress. So I will try to show you. So my idea is, because I cannot sew, so nothing I will do will be perfect, but at least it will be done, and I hope it will be just strong enough so it doesn't collapse. So I have this, I don't know how it's called in English though. So it's a Niches machine, agrafeuse, English slipped my mind. So first I will use this, not in the tissue of the initial skirt, because it's too thin, so it would not hold. But I have like 7 of these stronger bands, so I will attach it to the band. I then have like this very strong double tape and this hot glue pistol that I will use in the in-between surfaces. So yeah, let's see how that goes. So now we are going to cut the tissue. It's on. I'm cutting so.
I'll smile, I know what it takes to fool this town. I'll do it till the sun goes.
Let's see, we have 2 parts. Yeah, you can see from far that it's not perfect. But at least the positive part is that there will be a lot of newspapers on it, so you won't even see it. All part we will put aside. This will be for the front part of the skirt. Trying to arrange my color a bit, and so the trail suddenly looks way smaller now, but that's normal. I cut it, and normally it should be fine. It looks like quite square, so now I'm doubting which side is which way. Okay, I think it's like this. Okay. So I'm taking my pins again. We will do this, I will stick it on and then I will improve it because this has to be good before I glue it on, of course. It has to be tight as well. Okay. So I will be moving my bubble paper that I can put the trail.
Goes down and all through the night time. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, so now we are going to install this again. Still don't know the name in English. Agrafeus. So it's. Oops. Okay, I think I did something wrong already. I shouldn't have done this. I just wanted to test, and now I cannot get it back in place. I just hope that once they are in there, it's. Oops. I just hope it goes better once they're in there because it's really hard to push it down. But let's see. First, we need to get them in there. Let me see how that goes. So this is one from Bosch. It's not that expensive, I think like 15 francs. And luckily there are like some instructions. As you see, I sometimes really need instructions, but I need the patience to actually read them and not just push any buttons. Okay, so let's. Okay, so that goes according to plan. So that's step 1, 2. Put them in. Oops. Okay. I don't know how many I can put in there. I just keep putting. Okay, let's see. And then I don't know if I put too many in there or if it's just not closing. I will try. Okay. Apparently I put too many in them. Okay. And then I have no clue how it works to actually. I think what I did before. Okay. But let's see how it works. Maybe I should probably try on something else before. Maybe I can try on this one. I don't know, it's carton, so just making sure I don't. So nothing is happening. Let me change the angle so you can better see. I guess this is way better. So now you can see me, now you can actually see there is bubble paper. So let me try again. Oops. Okay, anyways, it works. I just sticked newspaper to the bubble thing. Sort of works. Let's see if it works on the dress. I'm just worried because I need to put quite some strength that I'm a bit worried if I do that on the dress. Because also I don't have much room, so it needs to be in the perfect spot actually. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. let me think for a few seconds. First layer is done, and I secured one side of the second layer. So now what I'm going to do is here, the in-between part, I'm going to add like some double-sided tape. So this one is supposed to be for carpet. So it's supposed to stick well on tissue as well. Probably remember that I said I was not sewing because I cannot sew. So I did first layer with double tape, with hot glue. Honestly, I was not happy. I didn't think it was solid enough. So guess what? I am sewing. I don't know if you can see though. So I looked up on YouTube what is like the most easy way to sew and is still solid. I think it's called the back stitch. So it's honestly it's way easier than all the things I was doing. So if you are interested in making a dress, I honestly would recommend to just look quickly on YouTube on how to sew and just teach yourself like a very easy back stitch. Hope I have it right. But yeah, honestly it's also way more calming, so it's quite repetitive and yeah, like I said, easy, so it's actually pretty relaxing than what I was doing, all the things I was doing before. So. So I finished first row and now tonight I want to finish second row as well.
Feeling sure is the only way to make friendships grow, but I'm too afraid now. I put my arm around, show you how strong I am. I put my arm around, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Persia with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful.
are done. There are 4 left, I think. So yeah, it's taking quite some time. I was hoping to have it finished tonight, the skirt, but yeah, clearly not the case. But at least I am quite happy with the result. As you might see, it's not professional at all, but at least it seems to be quite solid. So that's the most important part. So we'll take some time to have this finished.